systems. Classification of muscarinic activity, objectives, cholinergic drugs, anticholinergic drugs, drugs acting by other mechanisms, receptor selective antagonist, non-selective antagonist. Now let me discuss muscarinic activity. Drugs affecting muscarinic activity: cholinergic drugs, anticholinergic drugs. You take this particular cholinergic drugs. It is anticholinergic drugs is called parasympatholytic drugs. You take parasympatholytic drugs. The mechanism is by various way. Cholinergic drugs is also called parasympathomimetic drugs. Example: acetylcholine and pilocarpine. You take this particular cholinergic drugs. Cholinergic drugs. Cholinergic drugs direct acting. These are directly acting drugs, and these are parasympathomimetic drugs. Cholinergic drugs are parasympathomimetic drugs. These are directly acting drugs. And anticholinergic drugs is also called parasympatholytic drugs. You take parasympatholytic drugs. The mechanism is by various way. Let me discuss anticholinergic drugs. Drugs acting by others mechanism, non-selective antagonist, receptor selective antagonist. If you take the parasympatholytic drugs, we have group of drugs, that is receptor selective antagonist. So let me discuss the mechanism. Receptor selective antagonist. Receptor selective antagonist, they will selectively inhibit the receptor, either muscarinic or the nicotinic receptor. We have a group of drugs acting by some other mechanisms. Let me discuss one by one. If you see the drugs acting by other mechanisms, now what are those other mechanisms? Again, we classify into three types. Receptor selective antagonists are classified into three types. One is M1 blocker. Example: pyrenzepine as well as telenzepine. M2 blockers. Example: tryptyramine. Selective M2 blockers. Another is M3 blockers. Example: daraphenazine, non-selective antagonist. Example: atropine and hyoscine. So friends, I have already discussed hyoscyamus drugs. On you can see there this hyoscine drugs is produced from hyoscyamus plant. These are the drugs which affecting muscarinic activity. Drugs other mechanisms: decreasing choline uptake, hemicholonium. Example: the drugs which decrease the choline uptake into parasympathetic nerve will be hemicholonium. So the example here will prevent the choline uptake into the parasympathetic nerve. Thereby, the acetylcholine synthesis will be reduced, and thereby they have the parasympathetic action. Next, we have a second group which will decrease the vascular uptake. The drugs which will decrease the vascular uptake, acetylcholine. This is our second group. Normally, once the acetylcholine is formed, it is taken up into the vesicles within parasympathetic nerve. Now we have a group of drugs which will inhibit the particular vesicular uptake. The example what we have is the example is Vesamical. The drugs which will decrease the vascular uptake of acetylcholine example is Vesamical. We have a group of drugs which will decrease the release of acetylcholine. What are these groups of drugs which will decrease the release of acetylcholine? Is your botulinum toxin. The example is botulinum toxin. So example, what we have botulinum toxin, it will decrease the release of the acetylcholine. So friends, whatever we have learned that muscarinic activity, drugs affecting muscarinic activity are two kind. One is cholinergic drugs, another is anticholinergic drugs. And cholinergic drugs is called parasympathomimetic drugs, direct acting acetyl, example acetylcholine and pilocarpine are anticholinergic drugs. So friends, my discussions is the anticholinergic drugs. They are classified into three type of drugs. There are drugs other mechanisms: receptor selective antagonist and non-selective antagonist. Drugs other mechanisms are three type: choline uptake, decreasing choline uptake, or decreasing vesicular uptake of acetylcholine and release of acetylcholine. So friends, choline uptake examples hemicholonium, and vesicular uptake of acetylcholine is vesimicol. This is the vesimicol, and release of acetylcholine is botulinum. So friends, I hope I can clear this concept. This is just discussions of the medicines, and I hope that this information is very helpful for a bio students and also a pharmacological students.